Massage chairs have many good uses. Healing Touch recently had the opportunity and pleasure of placing one of our Positive Posture Brio Sport massage chairs in a local ABC clinic. Kenneth will tell us a little bit about how the staff enjoyed having the massage chair available for their use.
Well, at first they were a little cautious about it. It takes that first person to kind of jump in the river for everybody to jump in as well. So we had a technician come in and try it. And once she had her session, I got her set up and everything. But once her session was over, she went back into the lounge, and the word spread like wildfire. So we started off with one person coming in, then you would have two technicians coming in that were on admin. One would be watching the other one, kind of saying, okay, well, what is this about? So then they would take turns. Then it turned into it being like a consistent. So whenever somebody would either be on lunch or have admin, they would finish their admin and then see, okay, well, I have like 5 minutes left. I'm gonna run in there. We would have some technicians cut their lunches short and give themselves like 10 minutes out of the 30 to be able to come in, sit in. And the funniest thing would be whenever somebody would be in the chair, I would have a technician kind of come around the corner to see if somebody was in. And whenever they would see that door shut, they were like, oh gosh, and they would turn around and walk right back into the center. So it started to become something that I was nervous about a bit because I wasn't sure how our team would respond to it. I would have wanted them to love it, especially somebody that's big on recovery and relaxation. I understand the benefits of being able to have something like this, and so being able to have that message really relate and have them understand the value of this, but them take appreciation to it and use it was something that was awesome. We had our whole center used it, from our technicians to our clinicals, our clinical directors, my BCBAs got into it. A lot of them said that it was 10 out of 10 that they would try it again. My regional came in, stopped by. We gave him a chance to use it. He took a nap and fell asleep. He woke up, jumped up, and said, "What time is it?" So he had to jump back into a meeting. But it was cool because we were for Action Week. We wanted to really do something that would really give a value and benefit to our technicians. They put in a lot of work. The job is not easy. And being able to be selfless 5 days out of the week, really, of putting yourself behind, and being a servant, or having a servant heart towards being able to help someone. I believe that this is something that, that they would appreciate, and so coming towards the end of it, even that Friday, it was almost a line, whenever we closed for the day, I still had technicians, some were in the back hanging out. I planned to come in here and use it because I wanted to wait until the day was over. And I couldn't even do that. I had a technician that was sitting in here and she was doing the recovery one. And I was like, hey, the day is over. She was like, well, not yet. I still got to get this. They're picking it up tomorrow. And so we even had our maintenance lady try, our younger lady, and the cool thing about it is that she was very hesitant. She's very respectful, and I said, no, try it, and so after the session, I set her up with everything, and our maintenance lady came back after the session, came into my office, and she said, that thing's amazing, and so being one of the only centers in our area, to really push this as far as give something of a recovery service to our technicians was something that was amazing. Each center did their own individual unique style for Action Week on how they were going to give back to their technicians, but also express the spirit of ABC. And I believe the aspect of giving is what ABC is about. We put ourselves last and put the kids at the forefront, and so this was a week where as leadership and as a company, we could put ourselves second and put our technicians in the forefront. And it was awesome to be able to partner with you guys to be able to do so.
Thanks, Kenneth. We also appreciate you, and it's been a pleasure collaborating with the ABC Clinic. And if anybody watching this has any comments or thoughts, please add them to our comments and let us know what you're thinking. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.